Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Furina listener by me. So let's get into it. Furina had no idea why you were behaving so weirdly. You were upset, and that was a normal thing. She had been there herself many times. She had been even worse than upset, and she had experienced extreme states where she felt like she was getting hysterical with her emotions. But that was only in the confines of her room away from anyone's prying eyes. Like she bottled those emotions up, and she would let them out only when she was allowed to. So, her emotions were really difficult to explain even to her. Having lived through 500 years of acting as someone else and not being able to be true to herself and her own emotions. But then again, it was not exactly a comparable position to be in, and not a good frame of reference. There were different emotions that you were experiencing, although similar at times, and also 500 years of suffering in this manner was not something that you had experienced and not something she wanted anyone to ever go through. She would rather keep that experience to herself. So when she looked at you and tried to find out what could be the matter, she only had a few guesses, and none of them were good. Maybe you were sick. Maybe you were ill. Or something wrong had happened. Maybe you're just sad over something that you're not telling her. Or maybe you're going through depression. Although she hoped that not to be the case, as it seemed to be a very upsetting thing. She never wanted you to go through anything like that. She wanted you to be okay, to be safe and healthy and happy. And she always did her best to be supportive of you. So she can't even begin to imagine why that would be a thing, and why you would be suffering in such a manner. She tried her best after all, and to know that even her best was not enough and could never possibly be, that was very unmotivating. She had no idea what to do about it. But she knew that regardless of what she felt or thought, something had to be done, and she was more than willing to try and figure out what it should be. As she sat next to you right now, holding your hands and looking into your eyes. Darling, you're kind of worrying me today. Could we please talk? She asks, feeling a little bit nervous. After all, you are not really a fan of talking and you are more the person to avoid the problem and run away from it. She cannot judge, not at all. But she does not want you to do this. Not with her. She knows how painful things might be and what running away could mean. She does not want you to be alone or feel isolated. Did I do something wrong today? You tilt your head, feeling a little bit confused at her wording, before she shakes her head gently. Sorry, allow me to correct myself. I mean, lately. Not simply just today, but the last couple of days, or actually, let me be honest, weeks. You've been acting really weird, Ryan, and it's only been getting worse. And now I'm scared for you. You have to tell me what's going on. No matter what it may be, I have to know. You know how I'm always willing to be with you, right? So you don't have to be alone. No matter how hard things are, I'm right here. And I love you. So you should know that at the very least, she says, hugging you gently. After all, she needs you to know that she's here for you, and even if you don't tell her a single thing, she's okay with that. Honestly, she just wants to be able to reach a point of clarity with you. Even if all the two of you get to is just you admitting that she's right, and admitting that you need her attention and love. Because then, She will know that you need her to provide it more, that you need something that she can provide, but she cannot just stand and watch helplessly as you descend more and more into your sadness. And so you tell her about your depression, the fact that you were diagnosed, and everything you've ever known about it, really. And she's surprised, because most of the time you don't give the feeling of someone who actually has it, except those last few weeks that you seem to be so upset that she's gotten more and more worried with each passing day. But now she can tell that you probably had to act as well. And isn't it funny? To be someone who acts so well, to trick people into thinking other things of her personality and faking things so much, and not be able to tell that you were hiding things from her. She hugs you close then, and she feels herself tear up as she holds you. I'm sorry, darling. I promise you, you will never be alone after today. I don't know what happened, or what got you to be at this point, but I promise you, I'll never let you be alone again. You can trust me on that. We'll fight through this together now. And you may not want to talk every single time, and you may need your alone time as well. And I understand that. I really do. But I'll do my best to be there for you in the ways that I can. And I hope that you will let me do this. You cry. You find yourself doing that because there's nothing else to do when faced with so much kindness. Furina was always willing to give, always willing to be there, always willing to help you in ways you didn't even know you wanted or needed. But you knew you needed this. You were just afraid of being a burden, being too much for her. And yet she proves to you every single day that she loves you truly, and nothing in the entire world, not even you, could change her mind no matter how hard you try. She's simply that good and that wonderful, and you're very grateful for having someone as great as her, because you could never dream of asking for anything else.